Mick Cronin stays at 499 career coaching wins, and it's your fault. Baseball's commissioner is using the Dodgers to facilitate a salary cap, and Olivier Giroux is more elegant than any of us could ever effing dream of, even when he gets jacked. Good morning. I'm James. This is your daily dose of sports and snark for the greatest sports city in the world, Los Angeles. This is the Faithful Angelenos Morning Report. It's February 19th, 2025. Still in Portland, and I am not wearing pants, just like 65% of the population. It's kind of delightful once you get used to the cold. By the way, we've added a new subscriber to the Angeleno Familia last night. Thank you for getting in on the ground floor. We'll do our best to keep you informed. And if you like being in the know about LA sports, click the like button. Click the subscribe button. There's a notification bell. Hit that. It'll let you know when we drop new content. Sharing is caring. Let people know we exist, and by all means, comment. Now, before we go through the news and notes, we have a little bit of an expanded look at the scoreboard because Minnesota upset UCLA 64-61. Mick Cronin was in cruise control for 500 coaching wins. There was a 17-point lead. And what in the powder blue hell happened? Well, the Golden Gophers dropped 41 points in the second half. That's what the hell happened. Sebastian Mack scored 13 off the bench to lead UCLA. And by the way, Mick Cronin, who loves blaming his own players, also decided to blame you, the fans. Quote, "Our crowd, they make it worse," Cronin said, specifically speaking about how UCLA fans groan over missed free throws. Well, coach, part of your job is to teach your players to shoot free throws. The Bruins were 9 of 19 from the line. Who the hell wouldn't groan over that? Shaquille O'Neal would groan over 9 of 19, for Pete's sakes. We're going to talk more about Cronin in a minute, by the way. Colorado 2, LAFC 1. Aaron Long scored the only goal for the Black and Gold, which lost in the snow in the first round of CONCACAF Champions Cup. Now, the Black and Gold aren't eliminated from the tournament. This round is a home-and-home series, so there's still a shot for them, but they got some work to do. Meanwhile, today, Charlotte is at the Lakers at 7 o'clock. You know, considering that trade didn't go through for the center, kind of awkward, wouldn't you say? By the way, Luka Doncic is about to see his minutes increase on the court. And let's get to the news. A couple of days ago, we talked about how multiple scribes in Indiana believe that the Hoosiers want to hire UCLA's Mick Cronin for their basketball coaching gig. And you can understand why. Despite Tuesday's embarrassment, he's going to be the youngest coach to ever reach 500 wins. I mean, this isn't like Mike Krzyzewski or Jim Boeheim hiding a colostomy bag while they're standing on the sideline. Cronin is just 53. He's younger than I am. The LA Times finally broached the topic yesterday about him possibly leaving for Indiana as part of a tribute article, which again, kind of awkward, kind of cringe. Hey, coach, we're going to go through your career. We're even going to post photos of you with hair. Congratulate you on getting that 500th, you know? By the way, are you going to stab your players in the back and run to the Midwest? I kind of understand why the Times waited, to be frank. Cronin has previously said that he wants UCLA to be his last coaching job. But when the Times asked about Indiana, though, and by the way, there are no sources confirming that Indiana is calling Cronin or that they would like to call Cronin. We're just hearing unsourced crap from online sources, which means nobody out there. When asked about Indiana, though, Cronin again did not say, "I am not leaving UCLA." He didn't say it. Instead, he once again used that as a springboard to talk about haters on message boards. Message boards? Coach, You know, if Reddit gets under your skin, wait till you hear about Twitter. Now, Cronin did say he gets plenty of support from UCLA, both from the athletic department and the NIL collective to help pay the players. Quote, there's a lot of positives here, a lot of positives, unquote. But ultimately, this is all about posturing, in my opinion. Athletic director Martin Jarmond isn't stupid either. He knows damn well Cronin is playing a little game. I'm highly skeptical Cronin is leaving or wants to leave, even after last night. This is just basically a shot across the bow. Protect me or lose me. But I will say this. Maybe we should be highly skeptical after last night. If you want to get booked on the next Amtrak headed east, one good way to do it is to clown UCLA basketball fans. Unfortunately, that's part of the coach's personality. He blames everybody but himself. So, Mick Cronin, once again, giving what we call in journalism a non-denial denial. Dodgers hitters faced the pitching staff for the first time, and from the hitters, these were the reviews of the pitchers. Quote, we're loaded. Quote, that slider looked exactly like a fastball. Quote, I was reminded of how lucky I was to be on this team. Even better than the quotes, something that nobody said. Call 911, Shohei blown out his elbow again. So, positives. We're keeping it positive here. By the way, once again, baseball's micromanaging commissioner felt compelled to discuss the Dodgers' offseason. Only it sounded like he did so within the context of a trial balloon. No, the Dodgers aren't breaking rules, he says. Blame the system. Now, you only say something about blaming the system for one reason, especially if you control the system. You're saying that because you want to get enough people to demand that you change the system. And he's a career micromanager. So yeah, he wants the power to change the system. To which I say, how exactly? You already have a luxury tax in place, a pretty strong one, as a matter of fact. The Dodgers pay so much in luxury taxes that they can pay the entire payroll for at least one other team. See, owners of small market teams, they get the check from the Dodgers, they get the check from the Yankees, the Mets, et al. And what do they do with it? Obviously, they cash it, but they don't cash it to improve their own team. No, they cash it so that they can pull a profit. Teams like the A's, the Pirates are actually profitable because they can keep the payroll down and use the salary cap check from those big market teams, including the Dodgers. They don't put it into the team. So you may say, well, what about a salary cap? You know what? I'm not sure a salary cap is going to happen. Because again, if small market teams make a profit off of the Dodger luxury cap tax, what happens when you can't overpay because of a salary cap? The profit vanishes. Moreover, a salary cap is more than a little clunky when you consider A, baseball has a multi-layered minor league system. How do you fit all that in under the cap? And then B, the fight for a cap could trigger a lengthy work stoppage which damages the game for years. One final note. The Dodgers have a minor league system that's consistently ranked among the best in the game. So whatever money the Dodgers make, they put it right back into the product. Unlike the Sacramento A's, unlike the Pittsburgh Pirates. So you're not exactly going to stop the Dodger machine from rolling on. Basically, what I'm trying to get at is the Dodgers are some of the most responsible owners in all of sports. And I'm not necessarily sure a salary cap is going to solve anything. I think it's actually going to piss off the small market owners more than the large ones, because their profit goes bye-bye. Their profit for intentionally putting a bad product on the field. Here is what I know about being an international soccer star. You are way too stylish to be the victim of a home invasion. You get to be in a heist. Olivier Giroud of LAFC, a World Cup winning striker who is currently in training for the upcoming MLS season, had his LA home broken into. Now, folks like you and I, we would call that a smash and grab. Half of his jewelry is gone. But it's $500,000 and you're an international soccer star. That's a heist. You and I, we get our window broken from the crackhead down the street. The PlayStation is gone. We done got jacked. Giroud is just way too chic for that. No. He had his place ransacked again by the cast of Ocean's 11 who plotted for months. I'd love to be famous enough to be the victim of a heist. My ass just gets jacked. So props to Giroud, victim of a heist. Translation, you made it, bruh. You made it. Adam Schefter of ESPN reports that the Rams and Matthew Stafford have a mutual goal in mind, which is apparently an extremely vague way of saying how much of the money is guaranteed. In other words, his contract for next year is for $35 million. How much of it is guaranteed? Zero? So they're basically trying to figure out how much of the $35 million should be guaranteed. Midfielder Sean Davis, who was acquired by the Galaxy from Nashville earlier in the offseason, is about to get bought out. The move is strictly due to salary cap restraints. Davis didn't even get any minutes with the Galaxy starters during the preseason. It's just kind of amusing how we didn't find out that the only reason they got him was to cut him with less than, a week to go before the season begins? Man, timing is everything in this world, and as much as I love the Galaxy, let's be real, that timing sucks. A couple of days ago, we mentioned that it will take a while for Luka Doncic to nail down J.J. Redick's playbook. Now, until he does, know this about the way the Lakers will run their offense when Doncic is on the court. Right now, and this may only be a percentage of the playbook, right now, Redick is asking Doncic to come off of weak side picks. Now, for those of you, and I realize I don't have a whiteboard behind me to demonstrate, try and picture this. Whoever is playing the point, dribbles up the court, heads to one side. The one with most of his teammates, that would be the strong side. Doncic is over on the other side by himself. So what happens? A Lakers big, presumably Jackson Hayes, will sprint to the other side of the court, set a pick. Doncic runs around it, and the guard will immediately hit Doncic coming off of that weak side pick. And now there's a two-man mismatch on the weak side of the court, presumably to lead one with an open path to the basket. That's how Doncic is going to wind up getting his offense until he figures out the rest of the book. But you let me know what you think in the comments thread. Talk to me about Mick Cronin, A, blaming UCLA fans, and B, if you think he might actually head to Indiana. And for that matter, what do you think about the baseball commissioner trying to say, well, the Dodgers aren't breaking the rules, but man, I'd sure love to change them. And if you enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe to Faithful Angelenos. We're talking LA sports every single day here. Thank you for watching. I'm James. We'll be back tomorrow. Faithful Angelenos is a Quién Corte El Queso production. Take care.